Jim, 3 weeks ago in Foxborough, Patriots pulled off a shocker. They dominated the Colts. Today, it's the rematch. The Colts have won the toss. They'll receive it. Adam Vinatieri kicks it off for New England as the Patriots attempt to sweep the Colts here in 2001. Dominique Rhodes on the return, and Rhodes is start out of Northern Illinois. Backs and receivers, James open up in a two-tight end set, Dilger and Pollard. Edgerrin James had his problems against New England 3 weeks ago and cannot find space for, as we know, not your typical defensive end. Linebackers, Ted Johnson getting the start, but Teddy Bruschi is back and available for Bill Belichick. And in the secondary, both Law, also a change with Jerome Peyton out with an injury. Reggie Wayne gets the start at receiver. Marvin and Smith had touchdown returns off of interceptions in the first meeting of the season against Indy.
Colts come out and they do use the huddle, so they're trying to slow down their pace and make sure that they improve on execution.
We'll call it a 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun, and a flag comes down. The game clock is not working inside the RCA Dome, so then.
Defense, number 45, play game, attempting to cause a false start on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
After excelling with it the first 2 weeks. Sidearm throw, and Manning makes the connection to Reggie Wayne with some injuries and making his second start because of the injury to Peyton. Over the middle, and Dilger.
Get the linebackers to fight. It worked on that play.
Hurry to the line of scrimmage. James cuts it upfield, trying to carry tacklers, and he can't.
Every man in a gap to shut him down today.
On a 2nd and 9, Manning throw. On a slant. 3rd and 2. Tony Simmons, the former Patriot, has checked in. Manning throws into traffic. Right, it did set the tone. 46-yard attempt for Mike Vanderjagt. Vanderjagt has been one of the best in the business, and a block. Block kick down the sideline. Leonard Myers at the Indy 29. Brady and some razzle-dazzle on the reverse. David Patten cutting the upfield. Patten to the end zone. On for the extra point. How about that for a sequence? Vinatieri bangs it home. And Vinatieri kicks it off with Rhodes waiting. Rhodes angles over from the goal line. Rhodes looking for a block down the sideline and the 28-yard line out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Manning over the middle and finds Marcus Pollard.
Really good kicker, and he can kick them from a long ways out, 45 yards or more.
Hole for Reggie is spotted at the 49 of New England. James gets the call again. James, juke move. Short yardage situation. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 43. James running inside. And Tomlinson to 74 yards rushing. He came in as the NFL's leading rusher. On the dump off for
So far, they're doing it here today.
On a 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's James. Has a hole. Bouncing off the tackle. Right side a number of times. Out of the shotgun. Manning has the protection. Sails it to the outside.
And that's quite a chess match.
Shotgun. Manning on a 3rd and 5. Float. This will be a 43-yard attempt with Indianapolis looking to get on the board. Vanderjagt gets it away cleanly. Kevin Falk is waiting deep. Here's Falk from the 8. Middle of the field, now England towards the sideline. Here's Falk breaking the tackle. Trying to double back the other way, and he's blocked. Our 2-touchdown performance against San Diego, and flags come raining down. Matt Light, the rookie out of Purdue.
Number 72 offense. The 5-yard penalty remains 1st down.
So it is
in 10 pass attempts, but no interceptions. He's been perfect.
Spreading the field underneath. Troy Brown. And Druzzi and Robinson Randall. Backs and receivers. Talked about Terry Glenn, the hamstring injury. Suffered it Thursday in practice. He wouldn't have started anyway, but single coverage. And a handoff. Antoine. They did make some changes during the offseason. Scioli, Williams, Johnson, and Bratsky. We'll have on your screen. On a 3rd and 7. Brady steps up and fires. High throw and a great individual effort by Charles Johnson just to haul it in. But it's short of a 1st down. Thomas Smith had the coverage in that dime package.
Not only does Charles Johnson do an excellent job of hauling in this pass, it's a bullet. It's a little high, but he goes up. Look at it. One-hand stab. He grabs that ball. And if that ball is tipped up, Philadelphia Eagles, he's more than capable. He may get some considerable action here today.
Lee Johnson released this week. Ken Walter was signed 19-yard line. Handoff. Edgerrin James. He's got a lane. And James has 100-yard-plus games in his NFL career. That's 36 games. 22 of them, 100. Manning. Long ball. Separation. Marvin Harrison down the sideline. Through the air, and now a first and goal. Looking for the lead. Edgerrin James running into a situations. All touchdowns. Manning. Play fake. Manning. To the end zone. On a rollout. Manning. Stops. Manning. Starter here in New England. Replacing Chris Slade. Field goal 25 yards. And Vanderjagt has it blocked again. New England special teams looking like...
Touch beyond the line of scrimmage, first by the kicking team, subsequently recovered by the receiving team. Farther down the field, by rule, the ball belongs to the receiving team at the spot of the illegal touch by the kicking team. First down.
First and 10 for this New England offense from the 5. On a handoff for end of the first. New England 7, Indy 3. On the start of the second quarter and a 2nd and 7 for New England. Brady throwing to Troy Brown as the emergency quarterback. Not the case. He's not even close to being ready. Brady throwing again over the middle to Troy Brown. Those references as possible, I think, today. We can get Johnny Bravo in. You know, that's a major step. Has not thrown a pick. On a handoff. Smith into a crowd. Motion man Rutledge. J.R. Redmond back.
Illegal motion. Number 83 offense. That penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Ken Walter, the former Carolina Panther, left-footed punter. Moving forward to ban from the New England defense at 7-3 Patriots. Handoff for Edgerrin James. Turning it upfield. You look at the Indy schedule, they do have winnable games coming up against Kansas City and Buffalo. On again, James again, and this time forced.
Personal foul. Face mask on a tackle. It's a 15-yard penalty. Impact on the end of the play. It's a first down.
And this is Roman Pfeiffer. He's just inadvertently, I think by accident.
47-yard line. Manning. Off the pump fake, finds James releasing out of the backfield. Gorgeous juke. If James did get enough for the first down. As they extend the chain, it'll be a little bit short. Patriots have not been able to win consistently on the road last couple of years. James shoot through them. Play action. Manning in trouble. 2nd and 18. Second New England sack of the day. Manning steps up. Protection is there. Knocked down. Brandon Mitchell. Live football. And Steve McKinney, the left guard, able to bring it in. So what should have been 3rd and 18 turns into a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 12.
This is the third pass that Peyton Manning has had tipped and knocked down. Fortunate for him, it comes in, falls right into the hands of an Indianapolis Colt. And you can see the ball is knocked down right there. The coach very fortunate. Many of his interceptions have come off tip passes just like that.
Now we saw Brian Cox catch a pass last week for New England. Why not? Steve McKinney getting involved for Indianapolis. Right place, right time. Shotgun on a 3rd and 12. New England crowding the line. Manning steps up. Manning under some heat. Unsealing the line. Manning steps up. Manning under some heat. Unsealing. High in the air. Brown, fair catch. 10 from the 8. Brady looking to throw it. Airing it out. Brady. Coming back for the football. David Patten. He could take it the distance. Patten streaks in. 91-yard touchdown. Here in the first half, a 29-yard rushing touchdown. As longest pass play in New England Patriots history, topping the mark of 90 yards. Tony Eason to Craig James, our CBS colleague, back in 1985. Now it's Brady to Patten in the Patriot record book. Dominique Rhodes on the return. Off the kick from Vinatieri. Rhodes to the outside.
Yeah, but
we'll go with that.
The thunder we heard when he hit the ground, that's the thing.
Play action. Manning under heat. Brunel, and we talked about the physical nature. New England knew they were going to make it a physical game, not a finesse game. Manning on a scramble. Manning on a pump fake. Start, but New England has neutralized him since. Manning again under pressure and forced to throw a flag down.
And with McGinnis applying the pressure, didn't give Edgerrin James to come off his block with the defensive end Roman Pfeiffer and get open for the potential screen play.
The sequence there, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, Manning had no time to work with.
Yeah, they're getting pressure on Manning. He talked to Belichick. He says, you know what, we can just force him to hold the ball, but I think they're doing a good job of mixing it up. They're not blitzing. They're forcing him to hold it and make decisions, and then they're bringing the blitzer late, forcing him to get rid of the ball when he's uncomfortable.
Penalty against Indy.
Ineligible lineman downfield on the offense. Number 50. The penalty is declined. We'll take the result of the play. 4th down.
Cole waiting at his own 38. High punt indoors here at the RCA Dome, and Brown's got some room to work with. From the 31, Brown cutting it upfield like a low man is Patten. Brady underneath. More razzle-dazzle. Patten looking deep. Down the field. Troy Brown. Touchdown. He's run for a touchdown, and he's been on the receiving end of a touchdown. Adams back on their heels.
And don't forget the way the Patriots have played on special teams, blocking 2 Mike Vanderjagt kicks so far here in the ballgame.
And Dominique Rhodes lost the football for a moment. And Rhodes plays 151 yards, taking up 22 seconds.
To make plays.
Still have nearly 7 minutes to go until halftime. James puts the help. Points are happening pretty quickly, Simon. Don't worry about it. Underneath. Curling it inside, and Marvin in motion. Dilger on a handoff. Edgerrin James is met.
He's been a high-performing player when he's been healthy.
On 2nd and 12, underneath. James breaking a tackle, struggling the sideline. Manning out of the shotgun. Harrison in motion. Pump fake. Manning. Still looking. Manning. He gets one. Gets rid of the football and
of hanging in there, holding in the pocket, waiting for someone to get open, but they're coming with the delayed rush. Pleasant, Roman Pfeiffer coming in, just closing right in on the quarterback. You'll see the hit right in the back.
And then bang.
And then bang right in the front. And Pleasant, his knee.
The hit. He's back out on the field on a pitch. Edgerrin James loses the football. New England recovers. Teddy Bruschi.
Edgerrin James.
New England takes over on a 1st down and
huge opportunity here.
On 1st down, Antoine Smith, Indian again. 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. On a give for Smith. And Smith again. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Indy. It's been dominant. Just like 8. Brady straight back. Brady guns it to the sideline.
In the mind of the defense, gives you a chance to make a play.
Up the middle. On a 2nd and goal. Play action. Brady throwing to the end zone.
Good poise by the young quarterback on the touchdown.
Extra point at 29 yards. A catch for a touchdown, 91 yards. And a throw for a touchdown to Troy Brown. Down to earth, and now they're in jeopardy of losing their 3rd consecutive game. Manning again flustered and forced to throw it over. 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. It's Manning. His team down 28-3 on a throw to Trevor. Winning games on the road have not been easy. They won in Denver. They won in Buffalo last year. Edgerrin James, huge gainer for James across midfield. What a humbling first half this has been for the Colts. Manning off the play fake. Over the middle. Reggie Wayne, the rookie.
Wide open over the middle of the field.
Clock is moving. They elect not to use a timeout. Pump fake. They'll go for it all. Corner right to Peyton Manning to get through game in, game out. Manning. Forced to throw Manning. Protection is there. Manning throws on a cross for Harrison. Shake and bake move and gets out of bounds. Didn't quite get to the marker. And his leg buckled a bit as he came to the sideline. Otis Smith had the coverage.
Harrison working against Ty Law. I think Harrison may have injured his leg on that 1st quarter reception, but he's still out there toughing it out, trying to make some plays, but I think he gets caught on the turf a little bit. He's trying his best to try to help his offense get back into this football game.
And his one mistake is not keeping an eye on that marker. He did have that little juke move, but he stepped out of bounds just short. And Indianapolis will now settle for the field goal, which is for Vanderjagt.
5-yard penalty remains. 4th down.
Moving forward into the season.
42-yard attempt. Vanderjagt has the distance on it and drills it.
And put points on the board in a hurry in a number of different ways.
Off the kickoff. On the return, it's David Patten. Patten zigzagging, and a flag comes down.
I think the Colts offense.
Holding. Number 58 during the return. It's a 10-yard penalty. Be a 1st down for New England.
Indianapolis, the Patriots have outscored Bill Belichick and company with a comfortable lead at the end of the first half, 28-6. The Pats in front.
The last two games, but you can clearly see there are other problems and other issues with this Indianapolis Colts football team. The defense has not played well here in the first half.
Kevin Falk on the return. Falk remaining on his feet.
And the offense of the England Patriots.
Brady on a handoff. Antoine Smith could not bounce.
The Colts defense here in the second half.
Draw play. There's an opening. Puts the head down.
On defense.
Now a 3rd and 3. Brady deals with the blitz over the middle. Inslee standing at his own 20. Walter gets it off. Wobbly punt. Inslee moves forward. Couldn't catch it at the 30. And Inslee able to jump. And they have the football on a 1st and 10 at the 32. Edgerrin James turns it inside.
All over to the other side, but you have to attack it up the middle and on the sidelines deep.
And a 1st and 10 from the 46. Manning will throw it. Reggie
Once he makes the reception, create positive yards.
on a quick snap. James with line of scrimmage is now the New England 44. Colts are on the move. Manning throws. Wide open Pollard. Pollard breaking tackles.
That's right over the middle of the field.
Colts go to the line quickly again. Handoff. James working the left side and from the 14. James trying to cut it to the outside. Breaks a tackle. James inside the 5-yard line. Manning to James. Up the middle. Tries to hit the hole right end. James is thwarted. This is a 3rd and goal. Play clock is winding down. Manning timing pattern to the end zone. 2-point conversion. Fake the inside handoff. Manning will throw it to the end zone. Kevin Falk standing at his own 5. Falk moves forward and catches at the 11. Middle of the field. Falk in heavy traffic and now pushed back. 5 receivers set. They spread the field. Brady, quick throw. And Brady is now dealing with a loud crowd up the middle. 1st down and more. Antoine Smith busting it to the outside. 18 yards on the ground. Edwards, the motion man, movement.
Encroachment. Number 92 defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Light right there, number 72. Let's see if he moves. Can't even flinch, man. There you see, little movement. Brad line of scrimmage. The officials let one go there.
New England just benefited on the give.
Touchdown, his best game of the season.
Now a 2nd and 4. Give it to Smith again. This time slices through a hole. And Smith upended.
That's, of course, rushed for 1,000 yards in his rookie year.
Smith to the sideline. Inside handling
Game to go along with a really good passing game.
play action. Brady takes it to Falk. Throw to the sideline.
Pressure on Brady, but Brady's still poised. He knows they're coming. He takes a hit.
As well as a 3rd and 11 faces New England. Brady hit as he throws. Almost picked off.
The Colts were providing pressure. They're starting to come after Brady, and this is one that gets away from him. Nice hit by Ellis Johnson, but this ball sails up that pass. A pass he's got to make. We talked about the...
For Vinatieri, he's had a lot of success kicking indoors. Vinatieri leans in. Adam Vinatieri now 10 of 10 on field goal attempts in his career at the RCA Dome, and he kicks it off for the Pats. Dominique Rhodes from the 2. Rhodes with a head of steam. And Rhodes is a good one. Your team has 2 minutes left, 80 yards to go, no timeouts, you're down by 4. Which quarterback do you want leading your team? Obviously, the question is not at this moment. We're not saying Joe Montana now. We're saying Montana in his prime. Manning, long count. Fakes the handoff. Manning, floater up top, over the head of Pollard. Vanderjagt, 24-yard attempt. He connects.
Consistent winner.
Hunter Smith on the kickoff. Kevin Falk, a short kick. And Falk will take it from the 15. Falk has an opening. Spinning his way across the 35. And
The Colts could have done a better job.
throwing on 1st down. Brady finds Patten again. With a touchdown. Underneath again. This time Brown, shake and bake. He faked them out. David.
Tom Brady has playmakers in Troy Brown and David Patten.
Play in the 4th quarter. Brady. Look at the protection. Brady floats it upstairs. He's got a man. Flag down. Troy Brown in a matchup with Macklin. And 2 flags come in on the play.
And this ball was just a floater. Macklin loses his timing in terms of trying to defend this pass because was just hanging up there. He's got to play the ball much better. That's why they throw the flag on it. He makes contact with the receiver before the ball arrives.
Pass interference, number 27 defense. That's a first down at the 3-yard line.
Ball in the air.
On first and goal, trying to string it to the outside. Look at the pursuit. Smith. Second and goal from the 6. Play fake. Brady over the middle. Touchdown.
Macklin, now he'll just screen him off from the football, use his hands, not the body, to pull this ball in. Macklin doesn't have a chance because Patten goes up for that ball, securing the play.
That pass on time and exactly where it had to be. That was called down at the 3. And Vinatieri kicks it off. Dominique Rhodes from the 4. Rhodes.
Well, for the offense or for the Indianapolis Colts as a team.
Edgerrin James. Makes a tackler miss, and then
quarter they even allowed Antoine Smith to create some room in the running game and keep the chains moving.
Manning underneath. Harrison creating after the catch.
Much in the same way they did in the first half.
James. Look at the patience of James.
Football game.
6 yards for James. Manning can't handle the snap.
Job of riding that center and holding on to the football.
Now a 3rd and 5. Patriots were asking for a timeout. And they get one. Out of the shotgun. Manning on a handoff, 3rd and 5. Edgerrin James way 8-17 New England. Patriots trying to get to the 500 mark. Throw into some traffic. Marcus Pollard instructions. And now checking off. Tarek Glenn. He jumped very quickly as Manning began to look towards his right to make a change.
False start. Number 78 offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
You can see some of the offensive players are confused.
Now a 1st and 15. Manning steps up, loses the football in the passing motion, and Bobby Hamilton jumps on it. Another Indy turnover. Their 2nd of the day. And New England takes over as a number of fans get up out of their seats and head for the exits.
And right now, Peyton Manning is just disgusted with himself because he has a nice throw. This ball just slips right out of his hand. I don't know if his hands are wet. He's really upset.
Uncharacteristic mistake from Peyton Manning. 2nd and 8 for the Patriots from the 26. Again, some chicanery. Troy Brown. Instead of down for New England. And they are content keeping it on the ground, and why not? Antoine Smith, Barrett, and the clock is rolling. We approach 9 minutes to go. Brady wants to throw it, and tickets. Said he did. He's looking for ducats for Monday night, in fact, in the ALCS.
Drew, if you have any extras, pass them along.
Mark Edwards banks.
Both receivers today just operating at a high level, really getting it done any way they can. He's making a name for himself.
7 catches, 112 yards today for Brown. Here's Smith. Able to turn it up and then driven back. It'll be script. Calm down.
What the coaches tell us to do.
It's working. Brady on an interception as a pro QB. On a give up the middle, Kevin Falk.
Pounds due to eternal bleeding. I mean, it's been really tough watching us come back, and he's at full strength. What will they do then? Maybe Tom Brady would cool off by then. Who knows? So you have to allow, I think, a good thing to keep going.
Edwards cutting it to the outside. For New England, David Patten is the first player since Walter Payton to catch, run, and throw for a touchdown in the same game. And Sweetness did it back in October of 1979, 22 years ago today. Coming up on about 7 minutes that they've occupied this drive off the clock.
Need to be made on defense. They've got to start making plays. Only one interception, that's a problem.
2-minute warning. 38-17, New England in control. Go. Indianapolis has timeouts, but why call them as New England takes it on a pitch.
Ball slipped out of his hand, causing a fumble. Both he and Edgerrin James fumbled the ball today. The only 2 turnovers on offense for the Colts today.
Brady to Edwards, and it is a first down. Or is it? It depends on where they spot it. It looks like maybe just short. A rarity. Indianapolis is taking a snap without Peyton Manning at the helm. It's Mark Rippon, the veteran. Dominique Rhodes on the carry. And Rhodes takes it offensive.
Playing better on defense. One area I think they need to improve is they're going to have to be able to pass.
2001 season. A